I'm Cass Urban-Mead with the Xerces Society for Invertebrate Conservation.
And I'm Chief Man, Chief of the Turtle Clan of the Ramphele Nation.
And we're really honored to be here today to help start the process of installing some 4,000 native plants. We were invited as part of the Xerces Society to co-apply to help craft and support the pollinator portion of a really exciting beneficial insect and pollinator plan happening here to increase biodiversity and ecosystem resiliency at Muncie Three Sisters. As part of a really incredible healing farm project. It's just an honor to be a tiny part of it, bringing back the pollinators. And we were invited to co-apply by a partner who we were connected to through the Xerces Habitat Kit program. And then this funding was through the Community Gardens Grant through the USDA NRCS, the Natural Resource Conservation Service, through our wonderful partner, the urban conservationist, Morgan Devine. And today, after a shipment from our partner Pinelands Nursery in Columbus, New Jersey, we have these thousands and thousands of plants that we just started rolling into the ground.
Yeah, absolutely beautiful.
So we have a wide range of species of plants that we chose after a couple different site visits last year to kind of walk around the farm and talk about the different areas that maybe were underused, maybe had been fallow and didn't have a lot of native plants in them, but were more overrun with former kind of agricultural weeds, but not doing that kind of complexity of soil stabilization, water management, and insect habitat that we were dreaming of. So this was one of the areas that had been kind of a relatively weedy waterway that had some gravel and some other kind of leftover agricultural stuff going on, some old plastic, like normal things on a farm. We were like, this can be a meadow.
Yeah, and to be able to return this back to, something that is a part of nature, not, separated, I think is a great opportunity to utilize, these areas around the farm to bring back the pollinators and also for ourselves. It'll help us, it'll help the pollinators, it'll help the soil, it's going to help everything. And, looking at that as a full circle is really important.
Yeah, so this first year, these plants just came from the nursery, so they're still kind of small little nuggets of soil with a little bit of plant, and they're going to be hardy and vibrant. During this first year, while they're getting established, they'll be watered regularly. We're going to mulch them in heavily to help with weed management and water maintenance. But once they've gone through at least a year, definitely after 2 years, they'll have sent really deep root systems down, thinking about what you were saying about soil stabilization and kind of water management and soil health. So they're really incredible because unlike an annual vegetable, which has other really important uses, I eat them every day, but these guys do that really incredible work of really going deep in the soil. And just like you were saying with the pollinators, we chose, some really important familiar species like milkweed, the host plant of the monarch butterfly. We have New York ironweed. We have some of the asters that like wet feet. The end of that field where it's a little drier. We have other asters and some, we have like 20 different species. And so then I've started to lay out the rest of the field, roughly considering which ones make most sense on the slightly drier side towards the road and this wetter side back towards the forest, and that it's wetter in the middle-ish. I also am thinking we'll put some of our shrubs along the back here, if that feels good to you, to help hold that water. It's beautiful.
That's beautiful too.
Isn't that gorgeous? Getting ready to bloom right away. Yeah. I love being able to get the bigger ones. And this is the Viburnum dentatum, which just are going to have the beautiful showy white flowers. And all of these plants were chosen both for the soils and for the light regime and for their history of being, native to this continent and this region and the closest to the soils that we could, and also for the benefits for the beneficial insects. So some of them are, for example, we have milkweed, which we all know about, the host plant for the monarch butterfly. We also have a wide range of nectar plants, some that are going to bloom early in the season, some middle, and some late, so that there's a continuous supply of hopefully, densely nutritious lipid and carbs and micronutrients filled, all the magical things we and the bees need and the butterflies throughout the whole season. Both for short flying insects that might only be out for a couple of weeks, and we want to make sure they have something during that period, and for the social insects that are out all year long and need to be able to switch between different flowers as the seasons change. Yeah, and also other cool things. We're already seeing a lot of predatory wasps right now in the greenhouse checking out the plants. And so great pest predators, wasps, lacewings, ladybugs, all sorts of good allies for farm health. And some of our hoverflies whose larvae eat aphids voraciously.
That's a good one.
A good one.
And, we know we have those.
And we can't guarantee, we planted a pollinator model, we'll never have an aphid again. Right. But it means when we do get aphids, which will happen, we're more likely to have...
Which is happening at the moment.
Which is happening. Well, good, because we're about to make food for their predators. And then the predators are more likely to be able to find the pests. Yeah. So it's just part of having the checks and balances rather than a silver bullet.
Yeah, absolutely.
Building that complexity.
Wonderful.